Alright, we're back on tape. It's 1:44, 13:44 hours. One of the things I wanted to show you is it's a Microsoft Streets and Chirps program. It's a map program, and I don't know how familiar you are with it. But here is Cimarron. Can you see it from where you're at? If you can move up. Here's State Road 50. Here's Cimarron, 436. And here's Goldenrod. Are you familiar with the area? Can you kind of picture it in your head? Okay, airport is right down here on the bottom left. Do you know anyone who lives in this area right over here? You would be way out here to the left off of Glenwood. We're looking at just, Colonial, east of Cimarron, west of Goldenrod, both north or south, that area of Old Cheney, Forsyth.
I think does she lives up on her parents' house.
She lives all the way down the south to the southwest of that.
But in this particular area, not anyone that comes to mind, no.
Doesn't ring a bell at all?
No. So, is that close to Full Sail?
Full Sail is way up here. Oh,
okay.
Basically, that circle up there, you're coming into Full Sail. Cimarron University, It's way up there.
As far as the first one you showed, I mean...
This one right here.
I can't think of anyone knowing that I'm, I guess, close with that I would know off the bat.
Okay. One of the things I do want to go over is we mentioned Lee real quick when we were off tape, and I just want to make sure I go with that on tape. You said about an incident about Lee hovering over her. Can you kind of just explain that real quick?
Casey had told me some time ago that her brother sleepwalks, and an example she gave me was one night where she woke up and he was standing above her in the bed, and she tried waking him up and sending him back to his room, and that was the extent of what she told me.
And as far as when this happened, do you have any idea when this would have happened?
I know it wasn't a recent thing. It wasn't something that happened, within months before. I think it was pretty far back, maybe even a couple of years.
This is one thing I never asked you. Did she ever tell you who the father of the child was?
She told me that the father was someone who was who had come to visit from Georgia, that he was here for a weekend, and she had gotten pregnant, and he died close to her second birthday.
Do you remember a name? She ever mentioned a name?
She did. I don't remember that.
Okay. And just to reiterate, this is Zenaida or Zanny? The first time you ever heard the name Zanny or Zenaida mentioned was?
It would probably be after my birthday, which is when I started hanging out with her and Kaylee more.
Have you ever met Zenaida?
Never met her.
Spoken with Zenaida? No. Seen Zenaida?
No.
A picture of Zenaida?
No. Nothing.
Okay.
Knowing what we know now and talking to you today, knowing that you would come home in case you would already be there, trying to get Kaylee to sleep on her lap or whatnot, 4 or 5 nights a week sometimes, looking at her life after she left you, how would the child fit into her hanging out with Tony, going to the bars and things of that nature?
From what I saw of her lifestyle after she started...
Well, you actually had several months where you were spending like a majority of the week with her and the child was staying at your house. So you knew almost what their nightly rituals would be.
Yeah.
How would that fit into Tony's lifestyle?
As far as how Casey was when we were dating, I'm just very relaxed. We would stay home and we, just hang out and watch TV and stuff. From what I saw when she started dating Tony, she was much more into partying, going out. At this time, when she was really dating him, I didn't talk to her that frequently, but, we were friends on Facebook and whatnot. You can see pictures of each other. And she seemed to be partying a lot more. Yeah.
When you guys were dating, did you guys go clubbing at all?
No. I'm not, I will go downtown, but it's not something I really do regularly, especially not clubs, maybe a bar or two.
In the time that you were with her, in the 2-month period of time, would you guys say you went clubbing once a week, once a month, once a couple?
No.
I'm trying to see how often you would have gone with her as opposed to how often she started going back in June, July.
When we were actually dating, we would go down maybe once a month, if even. I can't even recall that much going downtown. Once we had broken up, I had started going downtown with some friends, but she didn't really meet up with us too often.
Would you drink when you guys went out? No, once a month?
She would have a few beers, yeah.
Like to the point where she was like stumbling drunk or just drinking socially? How would you describe it?
More sober than myself. I don't remember. She seemed to keep herself together. I don't think she ever drank too much to where she was falling over herself drunk. But
Did she ever try to get you to go out, but you guys, she couldn't get a sitter? Because I know that when we talked before, May 14th, and there was a couple other dates, very sporadic. While you were involved in her life, did she go downtown? I know you said that Voyage,
And that was
Troy and
after we
Casey.
actually stopped dating.
And then she had the 2 flat tires, but she had to get home. It seemed like there was a sense of urgency because Mom had the baby and Mom was going to have to go to work. Is what my interpretation of what was going on there.
She was pretty upset about the flat tires. I don't know if it was because she felt she had to be home very soon or whatnot, but she was.
And I think she told Troy she had to get home.
Oh, really? I don't.
Yeah, so it seemed like if she was going out with you or others, Mom, Cindy, would have the baby. But it seemed like that was kind of getting used up. She wasn't able to.
Yeah, her mom might be getting tired of watching the kid every night.
That being said, knowing what you know about her lifestyle from January through May, what do you think if she didn't really have a nanny? What do you think, knowing her, and we don't know her, you know her, what do you think she may have explored as an option to do with that child if she wanted to go out and she didn't have anybody to watch her?
I've always assumed that since we found out that there was no Zenaida, well, most likely no Zenaida, that the mother actually had her. But I don't understand why she would lie and say that she's with the nanny and not with her mother. But I'd never crossed my mind that she did anything intentionally to make sure the child was asleep for a certain amount of time or anything like that, if that's what you're asking.
I'm just asking you your opinion from knowing her and being intimate with her and developing a relationship with her and the child. Let's face it, you're probably one of the, in the very end of the child's life, you're probably one of the closest things to a father figure she had. So saying that, if she wasn't with Mom, and she wasn't with Grandmom, she damn sure wasn't with Nanny, where do you think she may have had her watched?
I honestly do not know. I mean, I don't...
So there's not a place where you could say, oh, well, at one time, this person watched her, at one person, that person. That's what we're looking for, is that emergency babysitter outlet.
From what she told me, it was either Zenaida or Zanny or her mother.
Okay, that's
Those
great.
two were the 2 people that she ever told me was watching.
That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the unknown. And if there is no unknown, that's what we're looking for.
What I'm aware of, those are the 2 people that ever watched the child, besides Casey.
Or if she was with you at the house.
Yeah, well, I was never alone with the child. I mean, she was always there. So.
Right, okay. You never had the child and she never went off to work or whatever it is she said she was doing? Okay. I'm good.
All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear and affirm everything you just told us is the truth?
I do.
Okay, thank you.